What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next Coffee and Clash video. As always, please leave me questions for future videos so I don't run out of these amazing questions to answer while we all enjoy some 3-star attacks. First one comes to us from Linus Engstrom. Hey Jake, I have a quick comment about the 3-star rage you galler about. And I looked up galler. I don't know. That's not a word that I could find. Maybe it's not the skill level needed to 3-star a Town Hall 9 has decreased. It's the quality of the attacking side. Is it possible that people have gotten so good that SC don't know how to balance it for all kinds of players? I mean, that could be part of it, but I mean, obviously, it's the same thing that they did to Town Hall 10, only in reverse, when they just continued to buff the defense of Town Hall 10 and gave it no offensive balance. They've continued to buff the offense of Town Hall 9 and given it no defensive balance. So it has gotten easier. There's no arguing that. But I do think across the board, players have increased their skill level and, do better attacks now and have the fundamentals down. I mean, you don't know how many times used to people literally didn't understand funneling of troops. When I put out the funneling 101 video, that was the first time someone had done that. And there were so many comments like, oh my God, now I get it, So I think that has happened, but there's no denying that Supercell has made it much, much easier. And Brian Cartwright, what are your thoughts on agreeing not to use poison in arranged wars, or any dark elixir spell for that matter? More challenging for the better clans if they agree to the terms. I think that's good as far as a gimmick, like a fun war, like an event war, to say, hey, we're going old school rules, no 30 seconds, no dark spells, things like that. But in general, people are not going to agree to just always do that in arranged matchups. You're going to use the tools that are there for you. And I just don't think it would work trying to make everyone agree to that all the time. It's just not going to happen that way. Max Prentice. Hey Jake, do you feel like the Fair Play community is dying? Many of the top Fair Play clans are moving to open modding, including We Are Raiders and Reddit Raiders, and it just seems that the FPC is getting smaller and smaller. Modding no longer seems like an advantage, but being fair play is putting yourself at a disadvantage. I hope you understand what I mean by that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. Fair play is losing, and we're losing because of Supercell and their lack of action. Go back again. I think I have a lot of new people, and I forget since then, but last summer, I made a video called The Beginning of the End. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. That's how I feel about it, because I knew this was coming. I told you, going on 8-9 months ago. So check that video out. That'll probably catch you up to speed on my thoughts about it. And it's just the way it is until Supercell, or if Supercell does something about it. There's nothing we can do, and we are losing. We will continue to lose, and it will continue to be a disadvantage to be fair play. Gotham FZ19. Hey Jake, I started seeing your videos when you were at 25,000 sub-ish. Awesome content. Keep up the good work. You are almost like a mentor to me. Whenever I feel down, I use here to your Theorycraft videos. I'm really glad thanks for the long time support. Glad the videos have helped you. I hope you get a lot out of the videos, man. I really do appreciate that. It's because of your videos on VG I started playing. It is a lot of fun. I agree. CNC, do you ever have time to play? Do you even have time to play Clash of Clans nowadays? If you're not putting up videos on CLC, will you still be playing it? Also, in future, will you post more videos on VG? Yeah, I still play Clash of Clans. I mean, most of what I do is focus around war, but now hitting that button to go up to Town Hall 10, I'm obviously going to have to try to find some time to farm. But, for a long, long time, basically my gaming has revolved around war. Streaming has given me a chance to do a little bit more farming and stuff like that, but I do still play it. No, if I quit playing Clash, I'll stop doing videos on it. And yeah, there will be more Vainglory in the future. I'm going to make a few adjustments just to make sure I've got more of a schedule for both that works for me and for you guys. So yeah, there's going to be more of that for sure. J-Man Halo 7. When is the war with Cam going to happen? Please, P.S. Love your videos, man. Really glad you enjoy the videos, man. Unfortunately, Barbarian Party decided they did not want to do the war. Nothing against them. I'm not bad-mouthing them. Strictly up to them if they want a war. If they don't want a war, I talked to Cam, and he was like, yeah, I think they decided they weren't quite ready for it yet. So maybe in the future, I don't know when it'll happen, but the date that we were looking at is not going down. So I wouldn't bet on that anytime soon. But we are always open to it. Those guys are awesome. It would be fun. So we'll see. Joe Lewis Concha. Hey Jake, CNC question. Do you think that current meta of the game has taken the sum of the competitive? Let me see what that says. Do you think that the current meta of the game has taken some of the competitive advantage OneHive had on the war community, or has the spreading of 3-star knowledge finally turned into a double-edged sword? I don't think it's a double-edged sword. I think it's great. There are so many good clans out there now, and that's exactly what we wanted. What we've always wanted is that competition, that fun. Now, I'm not even going to touch the modding issue on this question because it has nothing to do with it. But in its principle, in its theory, back when I first put out the first how-to video, the how to drag limit Town Hall 8, Rex and I talked about, should this be private and just show our people? We don't want to help, the enemy type thing. And then the more we talked about it, we're like, no, let's put it out there. Let's increase the level of competition. Let's teach people how to play this game to where it's more fun and more competitive for everyone. So it was a conscious decision, and if I've had a part in raising the bar in the war community as a whole, then I am very proud of that. I don't feel like it's a double-edged sword. I think it's exactly what I what I wanted out of the channel. So hopefully that's the case. Ryan Weilenberg. In your war update video, you made a comment to the effect of, if you get on a win streak, be ready to face modding clans. If modding is such an advantage, won't those clans have almost perfect war records? Won't they mostly be matched against other modding clans? Or do they think that will only take recent, so the best streak, you have 5 wins or something, or result in consideration? Who knows? Who knows what Super is going to do? But the fact is this, okay? Yes, your modding clans are going to have near perfect war logs, and your top level fair play clans are going to have really good war logs, a lot of win streaks, things like that, because they're going to get matched up with a lot of, go out clans, things of that nature. So when those two are, excuse me, guys, when those two are searching, it is going to, if I'm searching at 5 o'clock and the other Clan B is searching at 11 o'clock, we're not going to match. I don't care if they're modding and I'm clean or whatever. There is an element of you have to be searching at the same time. So all I'm saying is it's going to greatly increase the likelihood of you finding one of those clans over said, go wipe clan. So it's going to increase it. Just be ready for it. Now, how often that happens, who knows? Who knows how many war back they're going to take into consideration? You never know what they're going to do. We won't know until it comes out and we get to test it. But it will definitely increase how often high-level fair play clans and modding clans run into each other in the wild. Bear Boy, since you didn't answer this question, I'm reposting this as you probably didn't see it. What if someone in your patron war were to attack with Go Wipe? Would be hard to kick a patron, right? Well, first of all, I don't think any of my patrons are really Go Wipe fans. I could be wrong. I could see it happen someday. But most of my guys that support me are really into the 3-star game, and they are really, really good attackers. So I don't think anybody's going to be busting out the Go Wipe just yet. Also, I don't even run that clan, so it wouldn't be me kicking them. It'd be someone else. The Raichu Chief. Hi, Jake. I always appreciate how much you respect other people's points of views, especially when they contradict your own. My question is, how do you coordinate who attacks which bases in your wars with so many people in them? Do you have someone making executive decisions, or are you able to just trust that your teammates will make good decisions? Sort of both. When a war starts, when it just starts off and no one's hit anything, obviously we just claim bases. You pick a base that you feel comfortable 3-starring and you go after it. Now, as the war winds down, we do have what we call war generals. Normally it's just, hey, the Town Hall 9s that have attacks left over, hey, you scout this base, you hit it from this angle, we want to find out what's here, what's there, where the giant bombs are, what's in the CC, etc., and really try to coordinate the Town Hall 10 attacks to maximize those stars. So a sort of combination. The Town Hall 9s, we know they're going to be cleaned up, we just sort of unleash them on it, and then if we have to do a little bit of coordinating towards the end, we do. But Town Hall 10s is where and 11s is where all that comes into, and we do have someone that sort of, several people that sort of war general in direct traffic, as we call it, towards the end of a war. Scott Meyer. Hey, Jake, with the meta being that all Town Hall 9s are going to be 3-star, why is it still that a range/high-level war play still has so many of them? If your wars come down to 5 to 6 people's attacks at the higher tier, doesn't it seem like it's time for there to be 20 to 25 Town Hall 10s and fewer 9s to make things more interesting? Been watching since House of Zod days. Good work. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself, and I agree with you, and I don't have a good answer of why. As you saw, it took a long time for me to get to max Town Hall 9 because I don't farm. I just, I'm so busy I don't have much time to. But as I got max Town Hall 9, I've immediately moved on, and I hope more people do that. Town Hall 9 is, a lot of people just are, I think, in a place where they've gotten used to not having to farm, and going up means they have to recommit time to this game that maybe they don't have in their real life right now. That's my only guess as to why a lot of people are holding back. But my hope is the same as yours, that soon we do see wars like that have 15 to 20 Town Hall 10s, excuse me, 4 or 5 Town Hall 11s, and then a few Town Hall 9s, like it sort of used to be with 8s, 9s, and 10s when back in what I call the glory days, the golden age of war. So we'll see. Here's to hoping. Mr. Sheldon, hey Jake, I love these episodes. I have troop questions for you. First, is there a reason to deploy max tank golem or hound as the second or third instead of the first troop? I've seen that more and more, and it really doesn't make sense to me. Second, are witches dead at Town Hall 9? I haven't made a witch in ages aside for defensive CCs and wondered if there was a use for them. Okay, so it's sort of, in my opinion, it's sort of separate depending on if you're talking about a lava hound or you're talking about a golem. Now, a lava hound, I think there's a perfectly good reason to deploy it second or third, because of light bombs. They kill lava hounds so quickly that if you deploy the first one as a lower level, it's going to soak up those light bombs and it's going to die, whether it's a high level lava hound or if it's a low level lava hound. So if it goes in there and there's 2 black bombs by that air defense, that lava hound's going to die. So why not go ahead and sacrifice your weaker one to soak up those bombs and then send your stronger one in? Now, when it comes to golems, my only guess would be one of 2 things. One is they plan on the stronger one going to a side that has more point defense, taking more damage, so that's why they're deploying it where they are. Or 2, if they have multiple golems, let's say I've got 2 of my own golems and 1 in the CC, it's just a matter of I've got my golem selected, so I'm dropping the first 2, spreading out some wizards, and then selecting my clan castle to drop the third one. Probably just a mechanical thing in that area. So those are my guesses. As far as witches go, they're not dead. We see some people I think it's just for fun, to be perfectly honest with you, do like mass witch attacks. But, they're not as used like they used to be. Once people got better and better with golems and pathing and funneling and all that stuff, it's just almost better to have that golem out front just soaking up that mass damage. But, they can still be used, but I'm kind of like you. I haven't used a witch in a long time either. Let's see, Nishche Lawrence. Hey Jake, in war, did you ever come across a perfect Town Hall 9 base which was possible to 3-star by any army composition? Is it even worth it to invest time in designing Town Hall 9 bases, since it's going to be 3-starred anyways? That's a good question, because things have changed a lot, and even back in the day, before dark spells and all that, every Town Hall 9 could be 3-starred by a good Town Hall 9 attack. Now, there was some that we would run into that were very tricky, and after 3, maybe 4 attacks, we're like, okay, stop. We're not going to keep beating our head against this. Not that it couldn't be done, just we're not going to keep wasting attacks on it. We're going to just let a Town Hall 10 come down, dip down, and take it out, so we can quit worrying about it. But even then, with the right attack, the right troop composition, every base was 3-starred. If you saw it a couple times and more, someone would get it. Someone would figure it out. So no. I wouldn't recommend spending hours and hours on Town Hall 9 bases. I mean, you want to try to show someone something they haven't seen before, maybe just a little something to trip them up a little bit. If you absorb even 1 attack at Town Hall 9, your base has done its job. So I wouldn't spend my life designing Town Hall 9 bases at this point. Save that stuff for Town Hall 10s and 11s, I suppose. Italian Spartan. Hey Jake, I know this series is known as Coffee and Clash, but I was wondering if you'd be open to letting your Vainglory supporters the opportunity to have their questions answered as well. Absolutely. I think I'm even going to do a separate series on that. So kind of hold tight. I had a lot of requests for that. I think there is a demand for it, so we're going to do that for sure. I can't tell you exactly when the first one will be, but I'll tweet out or something about it. I'll get you guys started on it, and then obviously you'll be able to leave questions in the comments below. But yeah, good suggestion, and it's coming. The Rookie Kid, Awesome Knots. Rookie Kid, Awesome Knots, your statements on mobile and PC/console games got me. Lost a sub. I'm trying to think back at what I possibly could have said that just got him to lose a sub, because the next person says, Anno Clash, get him Jake, very well said on the mobile gaming comments. You continue to impress me with how much tact you bring to respectfully and objectively answer your viewers' comments, which appear to be quite rude sometimes. So how 2 people can hear the exact same comments on a subject and get 2 that different reactions, but I guess that's what they call perspective. So you will be missed, good sir. Sorry, you are decided to move on your way over a Coffee and Clash question. And the last one for us is Anthony Europe. Have you ever thought of bringing on another OneHive member to do Coffee and Clash with you? Maybe only answer 2 questions, but have a conversation about the topic. I think that would be very interesting. Thanks for all your hard work. Cheers. This is along the lines of an idea that I've got, and I'm going to. It's going to be a new series, and I'm not going to tell you exactly when it's going to come, but I'm going to start working on it. My wife and I were actually just talking about something similar to this today, so hang in there. I will have something that I think you will enjoy in the next little bit. All right, guys, that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the questions. Hope you enjoyed the attacks in the background. Until the next time we meet, Jake from OneHive doing my very best to help you guys suck less.